Well, thanks for joining us, guys. We've got James Harrison and Miles Gooseman. Thanks for joining us here at Blundell Park. You're the new investors in 1878 Partners. Firstly, how does it feel to be part of this great football club?
Yeah, I mean, I'll go first. It's fantastic. You know, I'm born and bred in Grimsby, although actually we were just talking, and Miles will tell his story, but, you know, when I was younger, I left the area, although my parents are still here and my family is still here, but I've always kept one eye on the club, and yeah, to be here, to be able to be an investor, yeah, I'm chuffed to pieces, yeah.
And Miles?
Yeah, no, absolutely. In fact, I've just flown in today, actually. I think it's a quick look on Google in case you're going to quiz me. It's 6,700 miles, I think, from Singapore to the UK. But I'm always excited to come back to the ground. And actually, this stand means a lot to me because myself and my grandfather used to sit just behind the press box over there. So when you talk about investing in the club, it doesn't start with, 2 years ago you decide that it's something you want to do. It's taken many years of watching Grimsby win, lose and draw and some emotion along the way, but I'm really proud to be part of it. And I was saying to James as we were walking across, actually, the longer you spend away from Grimsby and the community and the club, the closer you get to it. And with the likes of the Mariners TV and many other things, it's you still feel very much part of it. So really proud to be part of this journey with the club.
So let's go back to the start. How did this come about, this investment opportunity?
Well, I think for me, the club has taken a different direction now. There's a different purpose, there's a focus. I think initially for me with Jason's leadership, he's obviously got a really good presence in the broader press and the community. The people of the town and the club are taking him seriously, and with Andrew's leadership as well, it actually was an incentive to do it. For the first time, I think the club is really changing direction in a positive way. So I wanted to be on that journey.
Fantastic. And James, what's your story?
Yeah. I mean, echo almost the same words. I mean, my reintroduction to the club was quite interesting. I spent about 50% of my time in New York, a long way from Grimsby town, and I happened to be seeing one of our clients, and I was meeting somebody new at the client, and having talked to him for a few seconds, I was like, "Where's that accent from?" Bearing in mind we're in New York, and he said, "Oh, you won't have heard of it. It's a place called Grimsby." I said, "Of course I've heard of it." I said, "I'm from there." So anyway, long story short, this chap, this friend of mine, introduced me to Jason, and I was so impressed with Jason, but also the vision for the club. Of course, I mean, the club's important, but the surrounding area as well. I think the vision was much bigger than the club, which I was, having family and having friends still here, coming here a lot, meant a lot to me. Of course, the club means a lot, but actually the wider area, it really drew on my heartstrings. Yeah. And then Jason introduced me to Andrew, and super impressed. Well, I mean, what an amazing guy. So with the two of them together, it was a very easy decision to invest in the club, and I'm very proud to say that I've done it.
And what are your visions for the future of Grimsby Town?
Well, I mean, the visions. Everybody's looking at Wrexham and other success stories from a new investment. What difference will it make? Of course, my feet are firmly on the ground, but I think with new investment, with smart investment as well, not just money. Money is important, but the investors that are coming in here bring a lot more than just capital. So I think the club is looking to use that and make full advantage of that. So I think with the right people, with the right investment, I think this club can really go places. And I think, I listen to David every weekend, and he wears his heart on his sleeve. He's very open. He's very honest. And he says we're not quite the finished article yet, and I agree with that. But I think First Division should be a very something to. So nothing's easy, but should be something to strive for. I think it's very achievable.
And Miles?
Yeah, I mean, very much the same. I mean, a win today would help, right?
Cool.
But I think what's happening now is there's actually a process behind the scenes, right? And having spoken to Andre quite a lot, I've been really impressed with actually there's a strategy for the short, medium and long term. And it seems at this point with the new investors and the skills that we may have collectively that we can deliver on the vision. And there is no reason, with hope, focus, motivation, all working together, why this club cannot move forward. And at times like this, it may be just that there is a process of adjustment. And of course, fans like me, we we want wins all the time, but it could be that we go through a season where things don't quite go our way, but actually behind the scenes the club is moving forward at a considerable rate of knots, and that has to be the way to do it.
And how do you intend to use your skills and experience to help this club?
Well, I don't know what skills I have really, but I think from my perspective, I'm so far away. I'm starting to understand perhaps where I can have some impact. My background's in marketing, so if I can help promote the club in any particular way, but similar to what James said, the thing that strikes me here is we've got to grow the club more and more into the community and bring more of the community to the club, because there's a huge community in this area, in the surrounding areas. And the point to finish on, and if I may, which I'm quite passionate about, when I started watching this club, the attendances went from 5, 6, 7, 8, and sometimes we were getting 11, 12,000 people. Okay, so the pontoon was a bit different and we had side standing. There's no reason why we can't get back to that if we connect with the people properly.
Okay, and James, I ask you, like, how are your skills and experience going to help the club?
Yeah, I mean, my background's technology. That's what I do, and that's the business that I'm in. What I love about Grimsby Town and under Polly's and David's sort of leadership is that they're all about technology and they're all about data. There's data on everything. I'm so impressed, and the partners that they're also using that sort of provide and also help use that data. It's very, very encouraging for a club like this at this level to be using that sort of that expertise. I'm from that world. Okay, I'm not from sports data, but I'm from the technology world. So I think I can help a lot there, and also from continued investment. I'm sure I speak for Miles as well. You know, we know a lot of people were well connected, and I think even our involvement being involved in the club has actually lifted the profile a little bit. I've got a lot of people now interested in seeing how they can participate.
So why now? Why this time?
Well, I'll be honest. From my perspective, it was serendipity. You know, the guy in New York. It was unplanned. It was somebody I didn't know. So that actually triggered it. That sort of triggered the interest, and then again meeting Jason and Andrew, and then meeting Polly and David. It was just a meeting. So it's a serendipitous now. And of course, football's cool. I spent a lot of time in America. Soccer. They're getting much more interested in football, especially even in these leagues too. So it feels a good time. But being honest, it was just pure serendipity meeting this friend of mine in New York to make the connection.
Yeah, because Polly said at the Fans Forum last week about us being on CBS Sports the other week, and how that's such a massive reach for just to Americans to see the badge.
Yeah, totally. And I think I must have bought 100 Grimsby Town shirts of all different shapes and sizes, and I don't have any left, so I'm giving them to everybody I'm meeting. So I'm trying my best.
So Miles, why now for you? Why is it a good time for you?
Yeah, I think there's a number of things coming together for me personally. I've got an Australian wife who I met out in Asia, and she's actually a Grimsby Town fan. Her favourite player is Omar Bogle, but we've got to continue to debate that point. But we'll leave that one there. But I think it's just a timing thing, and just to see, obviously Grimsby getting promoted again, seeing the right people in charge, understanding the connections they've got with affiliations with other clubs, understanding that they've got some high quality investors coming in. If nothing else, I may be missing out if I didn't do it now. So it was just to get in at the beginning.
Okay. And what special memories do you have following the Mariners?
Oh, is it the? It must be the 97-98 season. I mean, I just don't think I've never experienced that. The excitement, what was it? Travelling down the motorway, and I think there was a flag, wasn't it, on the Laceby bypass, which said, "Can someone turn the last one out? Turn the lights off." And for that season for me had everything. It had the best. It had great football, and it had the whole of the community behind the team, and you could see that in the attendances. So, and it was just two great wins. How do you beat it, right? Fantastic.
Yeah, it was incredible. James, do you have any memories of following the Mariners?
Well, no, nothing really more to add. I mean, I remember the season. I think, to be honest with you, the time is now. You know, I think yes, there's been some great memories, but I don't remember it being as good as it is now in terms of direction, leadership, strategy. So. yeah, probably a bit of a fluff of an answer, but yeah, I think the time is now.
But you want to create new memories,
Of course,
I guess.
absolutely we do. And to the point Miles said, we need more and more people coming to this ground. It's a community club, so yeah, absolutely.
And how often will you be both be coming to Blundell Park? Is this a rarity? I know you've got to come a considerable distance, Miles.
I mean, from my perspective, as much as I can, I spend at least 50% of my time away travelling, typically in the States. So obviously that's difficult. But when I'm back, yeah, as much as I can. My parents are still here. My other family are still here. So yeah, as much as I can.
Okay. And Miles?
Yeah, I mean, I've got to be cautious with this because I'm still trying to run some businesses out in Asia.
Yeah.
But when I started off, I said I still want to keep connected to the club. So with Andrew's permission and the board, maybe there is something I can do more and something I can be more committed to on a regular basis, whether that's from far away with technology or indeed on match days like this. Happy to support.
James, Miles, thank you.
Thanks very much.